All right, this is like the 10 to 15 take. Y'all don't understand what it goes, what it I go through to make these videos, this content. I'm not super like tech savvy, but I'm savvy enough to be able to make this content. So let's get on to the topic. We're going to talk about Angela Yee. Miss Angela Yee, she was on the Breakfast Club for like 10 years with Charlamagne the God and DJ Envy, and then she ended up getting her own nationally syndicated show, which is Lip Service, and I think that she got another one called like Up with Angela Yee or something like that. And you know what I want to talk about is, I'm tired, man. I'm tired of seeing black men and black women being shown as nothing but sexual objects. I'm just tired of it. I'm over it. I'm over the sex programming. I'm over, this nothing but, penis, dick, pussy, ass, anal. Excuse my French, but I'm over it, man. I really am, because see, I'm not all the way gone. As in, like, I'm not all the way into just being about nothing but just degradation and sex and pleasure. I'm not, like, I still have a conscience as a black man. I still have a conscience. A lot of men and women don't have that conscience no more. Like, they don't have that, I want to keep it private no more. So they just don't care, and they just like an open book. I'm not that. I'm still reserved as a person. So when I see us and I know that we could be doing better, and I see us talking about nothing but sex, nothing but, and the weirdest sex at that, you know what I mean? Like, I see, women like Angela Yee having these talk shows, and they talking about like anal, they talking about spitting in each other's mouths, they talking about threesomes, and I'm just like, certain stuff I remember when everything was, was private. If you was into all this, nobody would know except for the person that you was dealing with. But now, everybody wants the world to know that they're a sexual deviant, and it's us, it's black women, it's black men. It's like we don't care. Like, we're head first into this lifestyle of just being sexually promiscuous, and like we're the mascots for it, just like we're the mascots for everything else. And I'm tired of it. Nobody seems to care. Nobody seems to care enough to be like, I'm not gonna do this. Or I'm gonna speak up about this. Or I'm gonna try to change the narrative. It seems like we're just continuing to go down this rabbit hole, and where it ends, I don't even want to know where it ends. You know what I'm saying? I don't, but I see us as so much more. You know what I mean? It's within the past 10 years, it's like skyrocketed into, just a bad place. Our image has really taken a huge tank. It's tanked, even worse than what it has been tanking, like where it has been. It's just bad. I didn't realize it would get to this point, but it's just bad. And I want our women and I want our men to be just as sick and disgusted as this stuff as I am. I really do. I hope that we get to a point where we just done with this stuff, and we're done with the mental programming and the mental conditioning and the abnormal stuff being normal, because that's what it is. We're pretty much normalizing all this stuff that should not be normal, to the point where when somebody comes along and says, yo, this is disgusting, we shouldn't be doing this, they'll look at you like you crazy, because that's where we at right now. Like, if you somebody that's like, yo, I'm not trying to get involved with that, or no, I don't want to talk about that, or yo, we could be doing better, they will look at you like you some type of sellout. When in reality, they the ones that's selling out. Angela Yee is the one that sold out. That's how she got her show. Whoever paying for this show, I'm sure they got big money, and I'm sure they're paying her to further degrade herself and women who look like her. That's how she got her show. That's literally how she got her show. Like, what's the conversation like in these back rooms with the people that you make deals with? Like, how did she get presented this show? Like, yo, Angela Yee, I want you to have this show where it's you and 3 other black women, and all y'all talk about is sex, 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 sex. How does that sound? And like, where do you get to a point where you like, yeah, that's cool, I'll do that. for this much amount of money? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you just go home and look at yourself and look at yourself in the mirror and deal with yourself, knowing that you literally have this show, like you're part of this trend of degrading yourself. You're part of this trend of over-sexualizing the society or your community or women who look like you and men who look like you. Like, you know, I guess people have no conscience no more. People have no glass ceiling standards no more. It's all out the window. And let me tell you something, I'll never get used to this. Like, I'll never get used to this. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not the most, you know, I'm not the most, the person I can claim that they are, you know, do everything right. They don't commit any sins. They don't do nothing wrong. But at the same time, I'm more reserved than the average person. I just am, because I just can't live with myself knowing and that all I want to be about is just sex and pleasure and how I'm going to, you know, or what's my next sexual experience going to be. I just can't get used to living like that. I don't want to get used to living, and I don't want us to get used to living like that. But not everybody's going to listen. And you know what? God said things were going to get like this. God said things was going to get worse. So we are living in a time where, you know, God said people are going to be all about themselves. The people are going to be overly sexually promiscuous, and we're seeing it. So I encourage you to go against the societal norms. I encourage you, whoever's listening to this content, to, you know what, be reserved, you know, have a relationship with God, because eventually, actually, that's how it goes back. It all goes back to having a relationship with God and having a relationship with Jesus Christ and knowing who He is. That's what it all goes back to. But I would love to see my people get an understanding of this stuff and get an understanding that they're being programmed for the stuff to be okay, and it's not okay. Fight against the programming. That's all I'm saying. But that's all I have for this, you know, this time period. I might drop some more content before the day's over. I might not. I may just hit y'all one tomorrow morning. You never know. But what I would like for you to do is like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. It's your favorite black guy from Nebraska, and yes, there's black people in Nebraska. I'm out.